What's up everyone, it's Jenny Lee. I have a bit of a different video today and I want to get kind of real with you. If you feel like you're kind of living in a world where you're just constantly distracted by shiny object syndrome, or you feel like you have popcorn brain, this video is going to be for you. It's a little bit of a self-indulgent journey as I take you through what I've been struggling with in terms of my technological life and the ways that I intend to make my technology more of a distraction-free environment. So I've been having a really hard time lately getting things done and finding focus. Maybe it's because I have a full-time 9-to-5 laptop up, a personal laptop up, iPads up, phones up, everything on my desk all the time. And I realized that ever since that has been the case, the ability to monotask has gone out the window, and it just is starting to eat away at my sense of being able to sit down and focus on a task for any given amount of time. In an effort to make this a better thing and make it not such a struggle, I'm taking some drastic measures in order to make my digital life more clutter-free, more distraction-free, and more just of a better environment for me to be able to focus. So in Notion, which I am very new to Notion, I kind of made a list of things that I want to get done and some of the issues that I'm having. So I'm just kind of going to go a little bit ad hoc here and just kind of take you through my journey. So yes, things have been really bad for me lately, and it's not a good look for a minimalist, especially one who helps others solve problems that they might have when facing too much clutter, too much distraction, etc. My other parts of my life feel very good. My technology and digital area of life does not feel very good. So the beauty of it is that we have the power to change anything we want at any given time. There's no need to wait for the next year, like in New Year's resolution 2022, I'm going to be monotasking. No, you don't need to wait till the next year or the next month, the next week, even the next day. Like literally in the middle of the day, you can just be like, whoa, whoever you are, whoa, name, say, whoa, Jenny, like this really sucks. I need to change this. And just kind of like take an inventory of what's going wrong and then fix it or work to fix it. And this is going to be an ongoing journey for sure. It's not going to be an overnight fix. So here, what do I need to do? I have been taking track of my time, and I have been using Toggl for several years now to kind of track everything that I do in my day, except for like personal family time, because I'm not going to sit there and be like, oh wait, I can't hug you. I have to put on my timer for family time. You know, that's kind of ridiculous. But anytime that I'm doing something productive at my computer or reading or journaling, I'm going to be on one of my devices, and therefore I'm going to want to track that time. It helps me see how much time I'm taking with various things, whether it's for work, my side business, my side business, self-care activities, things like that. But also it helps to remind me that when I'm doing that one task, I should just be doing that one task. And I will leave that Toggl window up on my computer so I can say like, okay, you're really just supposed to be interacting on Facebook right now. And yes, that is something that I schedule in, because when I'm interacting on Facebook, I don't want to get distracted and then suddenly be scrolling the feed looking at old high school friends' posts and updates and stuff. I want to be in a group interacting in order to network for my business, things like that. Anyhow, so the problem is that that time tracking has not been that accurate. I'll have a certain task up like writing, and then all of a sudden before I know it, I have written for a ship 30 to 30, and then I go to post it on Twitter, and then before I know it, I'm checking all my Twitter DMs. That is not the intent of the writing block for my Toggl time tracking. So what do I need to do here? I find myself in these various pockets of time going through Twitter, going through Instagram, going through email, responding to text messages, looking at text messages, watching things pop up on my phone, watching things pop up on my computer, seeing all these unread badges all over the place, and just like noticing that anxiety that it causes me. I'm just going to say that like seeing those badges definitely brings a sense of like, I need to click on that, or I need to tap on that, and I need to make those badges go away. It's that feeling of inbox zero, of like, we have this expectation of ourselves to have inbox zero all the time. When we do that, we're in a reactive mindset. And that is not a good place to be, because at that point you're catering to other people's expectations, which, if you've been around my channel for a while or have been reading my content for a while, you know that I got stuck into living a life living up to other people's expectations, and that's not a fun place to be. It's really good to set your own goals, wake up and work to achieve those goals without any input for a while, and just find the sense of self that will come through intent focused blocks of time. In order to write my path on this digital minimalism journey, I need to first figure out what I actually need notifications for. Then I need to figure out how long my blocks of focus will be, how long my breaks will be, and what I will do during those breaks, what apps I need where, like do I really need Twitter on my phone, etc., and what communication I need to make to other people so that their expectations of me are more realistic and they're not like, oh my gosh, where's Jenny? She didn't reply to my text. It's been 5 minutes, you know? So I don't ever want people to think that I'm ignoring them. It's just that I am now really making a concerted effort to be focused as much as possible. Even if I'm focusing on answering text messages, I want that to be my only focus. What I actually need notifications for, to sum it up, I basically need notifications for anything having to do with my kids. So if that's my husband, my son's father, their school, their preschool, etc., or anybody who may be looking out for my kids, that is absolute priority. Those people will always push through on my phone, whether or not it's do not disturb is on or whether or not it's in the middle of the night. It doesn't matter. They will always push through. The other thing that I need push notifications for is for my full-time contract position, because let's face it, they're paying the bills. I want to be available for them all the time. So emails and Teams notifications, and also Slack for my the company that I work for through to contract for the other company. It's a little complicated, but anyway, so Slack for them. But I don't need Slack notifications for all the, let's say, 15 or so Slack workspaces that I participate in, and also can be a major time suck for me. So yes, and I also need notifications for my calendar so that I don't miss important meetings and events, because that would be a very bad look. So what does that mean for my phone? I have gone through my phone and I turned off all notifications for everything except for the things that I mentioned. It also means that I've deleted apps off my phone that I do not need on my phone. Twitter, email is gone. Like my regular email, personal email, and my business email is gone off of my phone. It's completely gone. Other things, Facebook Messenger, things like that are gone. The one thing I did keep on my phone is Instagram, and that is because it's impossible to post the stories on Instagram unless you are on your phone. And I've gotten into a pretty good habit of not even looking at Instagram on my phone at all. So I will only open it if I'm going to post something for other people to see. And this is a totally random interjection, but part of the reason I need to clean up my digital life is because I do not have any space on my phone to be able to record a video that is about 10 minutes long, which is pretty ridiculous. Anyhow, I hope this allows me, I just deleted like everything from my phone, so hopefully this allows me to finish the video. So as far as blocks of time, in terms of what you can get stuff done in for focus time, I used to have blocks anywhere from 15 to 90 minutes, 90 minutes being the sweet spot for finding flow and really getting into a task without being stuck at your desk for what feels like forever, right? So in terms of the other end of things, 15 minutes ended up being too small. And I say that because an accountability buddy that I have said, why don't you try 15 minutes for reading, for getting back into the habit of reading? And I was finding that by doing that, it felt really good to be able to say, I have 15 minutes before a meeting starts, etc. But it really wasn't enough time to get into the subject matter and take detailed notes and really understand what I was reading. So I decided to expand that to 30 minutes. So my time blocks that I have are now between 30 minutes and 90 minutes. And if I finish a task before that, I will certainly just use that extra time to just get up, move around, etc. Now that goes nicely into the topic of breaks. When you are doing back-to-back blocks of focused time, you need to take breaks. Partly just for your own sanity, making sure that your brain isn't just hammered into the screen or screens that you're looking at for an extended period of time, but also because you need to get your body moving. You need to you know, go to the bathroom, get snacks, things like that. For me, sometimes it's just switching the laundry over or something random in the house. So during these breaks, I will also check my messages for texts. I will also maybe peek into my email inbox and see if there's anything that needs to be triaged, etc. I will not get stuff done during these breaks, but what I will do is put things on my to-do list that I need to focus on during another focused block of time. As far as communication goes, it's really important that people understand that I'm not ignoring them or that I don't want to speak to them, and that they understand that I am just working towards finding more focused blocks of time throughout my day, and just so that they're aware that I may disappear for 30 to 90 minutes at a time, but I will certainly get back to them. Also, people should know that if they absolutely need me, my favorite contacts are the people who can call me once and it'll just go through. Any other person can call me twice in a row and it'll push through no matter what. That's just how I have my iPhone settings set up, and you can just configure yours the way you need to in order to get the communication that you want in case of an emergency. In terms of how I'm going to be spending my focus time, it's just really a matter of looking at my list of things that I've had on my to-do list since Q1 of 2021, and this is so timely and appropriate because it's about to be Q3, and most of those things that were on my Q1 list migrated their way onto my Q2 list and are about to migrate their way on to the Q3 list, right? So it's a bit of a mind thing going on when you're like, I'm just gonna move this task from here to here to here and like never get it done, right? So there are courses that I've signed up for that I want to make sure to take. There are coaches that I've signed up with that I want to make sure to sit down and do the work for in order to work on my business and also just get my money's worth, because I signed up for these coaches because they are incredible, and to sign up for something and not do the work is really just throwing money out the door, and that is not a good feeling. And in general, I know my business will benefit from taking action on these coaches and their advice. Also, things like books I want to read. The mountain of books that I want to read it's getting to be so big, and the more podcasts I listen to when I'm out on my runs, it's just insane. Like the Tim Ferriss podcast, especially, every guest he has on has the must-read book, right? And a lot of them seem so relevant to me just because of the topics that Tim Ferriss and his guests tend to talk about: mindfulness, meditation, life purpose, things like that. These are all books that I really want to read, all the way down to this silly little potty training book that I bought for my 2-year-old son that I want to read so that we can get him out of diapers, right? But I need to make time for all of these things, and by using these focus blocks of time, I will certainly be able to do that, as well as learn things that I've been wanting to learn, like things on Skillshare. I want to learn how to use Notion better, and I also want to make sure to declutter my digital life because it is a hot mess, and I hate that expression, but it really is. I have files in Google Drive, in Apple Notes, in Notability, in Notion, and I even found out that I have some things left in Evernote from years past. So I just need to get a handle on everything and really put my money where my mouth is, get my digital life into order, and get it in a really streamlined place that does not feel stressful to me. That is one thing that is huge on my to-do list. So anyway, again, I thank you for taking this very self-indulgent journey with me. If you're still listening, thank you so much. I hope you got something out of this, and I would love to know what your struggles are in terms of your digital life, whether it's time management or whether it's files and organization or being able to focus or finding a distraction-free environment, etc., etc. Take this journey with me. I will be posting more about my digital journey, and let me know if you have questions. Thanks for watching again. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.